got some buzzards circling over there.
Winds out of the east at about 5 miles an hour because I see the plane.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I see it.
Yep. There you go.
Jesus.
It helps though, we're kind of by an airport.
I see that. It's funny.
Like I can, even at my house, the planes circle and come over, so I can see them either taking off and making that left or right, or they're coming in and lining up for landing.
I see that those buzzards circling around that hotel must be where the Bucks are staying. Am I right? Yeah. Circling.
So they go 3 out of 4.
The Bucks,
because they just played last night.
Yeah,
right? So they go 3 games in 4 nights.
Yep.
We need to get them with one. We need to get one.
Get
of these.
them, dude.
Just one. We got to get at least one.
Heat are banged up though. It does seem like I think Bam's probable tonight.
Okay. The Giannis killer.
Bro, could you imagine if they played the Bucks with no Bam tonight?
Woo. I mean,
it would be like Giannis might score 100. So woo! Bam is probable tonight. Tyler, I believe, is. Let me get the whole.
How about you just get the injury report instead of guessing?
I'm about to. I was about to. Usually I have it ready. I did not. But Dewayne Dedmon, let me get to that while I'm holding up the injury report. Dewayne Dedmon suspended a game, Leroy, for throwing a Theragun.
By the team or the league?
He was suspended by the league, I believe.
Yeah, okay.
No, he was suspended by the Heat. My bad.
Okay.
Reserve center Dewayne Dedmon was suspended without pay by the Miami Heat for 1 game for conduct detrimental to the club.
You think?
Get some sleep.
It's conduct detrimental to anybody when you throw stuff.
Yep. Suspension will cost Dewayne Dedmon $32,414 as he's making $4.7 million this season. And there you go. Miami expects to have Bam Adebayo back for Thursday's game against the Bucks.
All right.
So that's good. Can you give me the call, Marcos? This was the call on TNT. Stan Van Gundy was very upset with Dewayne Dedmon.
We're listening to that package. Somebody threw one of those Theraguns onto the court, smashed onto the court. Check this out, coming from the left side here, over the Miami bench. Yikes. He threw that. He's ejected from this game, so Dewayne Dedmon, it has been a frustrating season for him, couple of weeks for him. He's lost some of his playing time. Tonight, Orlando Robinson got the start.
Well, I really don't care if he's upset. Players can get upset. Granted, players can yell at coaches. I don't have a problem with that in the heat of the moment. But especially on a night where you've got 9 guys, you can't do this. You can't do anything and get ejected from the game when you're already as shorthanded as the Heat are. That's inexcusable.
There you go. TNT with the call for Heat and Thunder. Entertaining game, by the way. They remember that was they swapped out of Sixers and Pistons for that. Obviously, not expecting that the Heat were going to play with 7 guys, but I think they got an entertaining night.
It was a good game. It was a good game.
Very weird game, obviously, with 40 for 40 free throws.
It was a very weird game in that it took forever. I know after that game, I know about 7 players routine at the free throw line.
Mm-hmm.
So we got the ball.
You know what's exciting tonight, though?
What?
Giannis counter. We get to bring that back. OGs, Miami Heat, baby, of the Giannis counter.
By the way,
rode coattails on that.
By the way, you want to mess with that man?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't fear Giannis.
Mm-hmm.
I don't fear Giannis.
You ain't got to play against him.
Greek Meek.
What?
Greek Meek, dude.
What's that?
Instead of the Greek freak, he's meek.
Really? Okay. When was the last time you went to when was the last time you went to a Chick-fil-A and ordered a 50 piece? Because you just scored 50 to win the championship.
Oh, yeah, that caveat.
So Tyler, now we talking about championships.
Tyler Hero is out for tonight.
What is wrong with him?
Achilles. Well, he had this weird fall.
Yeah.
Like right at the
and
end
when we
of the
thought it
Nets
was
game.
an ankle, right?
Yeah.
Right. Oh, it was his Achilles.
Great,
I got to tell you.
He just slipped.
Usually, because every time I hear the words calf strain, that terrifies me. So they just went right to the Achilles.
Kyle Lowry, he's also out. He's dealing with a knee, which Spo said flared up at the end of the road trip. Caleb Martin's out with a quad. So 3 of the starters are out. Bam is likely in.
All right.
Yep.
So here's what you're going to have to win with. Strus, Bam, and Jimmy, and some energy.
And Vic.
And Vic. Well, Vic's second unit.
Yeah.
You know what I
He's
mean? So
Vic's closing this puppy out.
right. What you gotta tell you is not. Here's what I thought.
By the way, I like the chemistry building with Vic and Jimmy.
Right.
It's
The thing that I like, first of all, Jimmy can kind of coexist with anybody.
Isn't that weird? You remember like that report that came out last year where Skip Bayless was just genuinely like,
Hold
on. He
you
said,
said Skip Bayless.
I know.
That immediately means the conversation.
Well, I just want to rehash it in case people don't remember. But like, he came out and said Jimmy Butler, I had said, I don't want to share the floor with Victor Oladipo, which is kind of a crazy thing.
Which is a crazy thing because Vic is the nicest individual you have ever, like, I'm talking about, like, I never see him yell nothing.
Well, he did, like, they had that fight, and the Heat did make some rotational changes after that. Like, they put Strus in the starting line, took out Duncan, and then Vic wasn't really playing anymore up until the playoffs because they ran out of bodies.
Right.
But I feel like that would be like the perfect player Jimmy would love to play with. 2 guys who rip the ball from everybody and just are just defensive dogs. Like, I feel like that would be Jimmy Butler's dream to play with somebody like Vic. And especially, I don't know if Vic can keep up this shooting. I mean, that would be a dream. But he is, I tell you what, though, you could just see the confidence he's playing with, man. It is really enjoyable.
We're not talking about a guy who used to be a bum.
Nah, he's really good.
He used to be really good, and the only thing that held him back was health. So, I mean.
Yeah, Spo was saying after the game the other day, he was like, when we first got him, I was watching just reels of his defensive tape, which I'm just like, man, coaches. Like, that's just what they do, huh?
Yeah, that's what they do.
That's what they
do. Because they make the assumption everybody in the NBA could score.
Mm-hmm.
It's the other stuff that separates you.
But he was like, I was floored by the stuff of what he was doing when, this was before injury. And so they only got him for 4 games. But he's looking like he's getting back to that. I was like, oh. And you can see it.
You ain't got to tell me.
You
ain't got to tell me.
So that'll be fun. Like, look, if they can keep this one close in that 4th quarter, and you got Bam, Jimmy, and Vic out there defending, that's a unit, dude.
Right.
Like that team is that's a tough,
a lot of they play very similar to what Atlanta tries to do without their star. They're very defensive oriented. You could kind of see that the Bucks pulled away at the end, but defense kept them in the game. They did a pretty good job. I want John Collins.
I know you do. You know what? There's actually there's some fodder, not for John Collins, because I've seen some reports that they want a Rudy Gobert type haul for John Collins, and I'm like,
you ain't getting that.
Look, dude, just because NBA, just because the Wolves were stupid doesn't mean the rest of the league gets to be.
Right.
That's how it works.
Right. Well, but some would argue and say the same thing about the Cleveland Browns. Like, they just ruined the market for quarterbacks.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
So what? But here's my question: is that if you really want that player, what's another first rounder 4 years from now? Or what's another 20 million over 6 years, right? Like
I in theory got the idea of it because I think when you're Minnesota and you have 2 number 1 picks that you absolutely hit on in Karl Anthony Towns and Anthony Edwards. I get it. The thing is, when you have that treasure trove of picks, you got to get the trade right. And this clearly feels like a horrible basketball fit for them.
Right.
Because you basically, if you're willing to give up that, there's not many guys who are available that you couldn't get.
Right.
You could have gotten the perfect guy to fit with these guys, and it seems like they got the least effective guy.
Right.
I don't
stands in the paint.
I don't have a problem with going all in, especially when you nail 2 number 1 picks.
Right.
Which you should nail 2 number 1 picks, but like a lot of people don't. A lot of people don't nail them. And they look like they got, 2 stud and people, up and down with Karl Anthony Towns. I get it, grandma arms and things like that. But you know, they're both very good players. And, you know, what do you think you're going to win the lottery again? Like, you know, so I just think that's the downfall of it. It's not the mentality of it. It was who you went and got.
It's not the decision. It was the execution.
And look, that I never got Rudy Gobert. He's good, but people like the nerds, they were like, oh, he's God's gift to basketball.
You can run him out of the game. You can do to him what everybody did to Hassan Whiteside.
Look at Cleveland, Rudy Gobert, and there's your science experiment over.
And what Rudy Gobert is doing is he's making me not necessarily feel I have to get a Rudy Gobert, but you need a Chris Bosh type player, right? Somebody that has some length, can play some defense, but also can do a lot of other things where he doesn't always have to have a foot in the paint.
Do exactly what Brook Lopez does for Milwaukee does. He's a terror in the middle, and he's Splash Mountain. He hits a lot of threes.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Because you just got to spend the tanking years of the Nets just turning into a shooter.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah. He's like, we suck, so I'm gonna work on my game.
It was you know what? It was a solid move by Brook Lopez.
Yeah.
You know what we call that? Reinventing yourself.
I mean, it's kind of hard. Wait, here. How do you reinvent yourself if you're a non-athletic, non-jumping big? He did it.
Giant ostrich.
Right. He doesn't have to dribble. He's either catch or shoot or getting rebounds.
There's some Heat trade fodder out there that we will get to. So just to give everybody a heads up, I'm being pulled into a meeting by the suits.
Not me.
They're making me go to this meeting that I have to go to for an hour.
Mate.
So
wait. Just tell me. The meeting could be about me.
I would let you know. But anyway,
do they need me there?
I guess not. But
sure?
But Glenn is making me go. So I'm gonna be gone for an hour. They're gonna be here. The whole crew. Donna's gonna join you guys.
Ooh.
So that's gonna be fun.
Oh, here we go.
Whoa.
You know we're gonna talk about.
So that's what we got going on in hour 2. And coming up in the 12 o'clock hour, very excited about this. Fred Taylor is gonna join the show.
Answer for your crimes.
Could go poorly for me.
Yes.
But Fred's going to join the show. We love having Fred Taylor on the program. So we'll talk some playoffs with him and lots more to get to. We also have a pair of Heat and Bucks tickets for Saturday to give away as well. You guys can text show 305-567-0560 on the Kendall Toyota text line. Thank you to Fred Taylor for joining the show. Yep. Thank you to Alex Dono for filling in for me for an hour as I was dragged away to a suits meeting.
Thank you for that meeting. Thank you for the glorious cheeseburger and fries.
Wow.
That I went downstairs to get.
Do you want to hear Eric Spoelstra get excited about defense? Like I heard Eric
I would imagine there's a handful of guys in coaching in general that love just imposing your will on others.
He loves. So he was asked this question by Brady Hawk, who is a little basketball wonder for 5 reasons. He knows he always gets Spo excited with the questions. Shout out to Brady. So he asked him this question. Basically, I'll done. He's much smarter of basketball for me, even though he's very young. He's like, talking about the difference basically between the way Vic and Jimmy Butler steal the basketball, right? There's like some passing lanes, minutia that I didn't understand, but it was great. But listen to this, Eric Spoelstra, Leroy, and watch him here talk about the difference between the way Vic and Jimmy steal the basketball. I don't know if I've ever heard Eric Spoelstra this excited before. Like just talking about defense. Here's Spo.
Jimmy, it kind of gets in the brain of whatever the other team's trying to get to. And then he just waits for you to make any kind of mistake. And he may wait 8 straight minutes before he pounces on a mistake. Vic is just every single possession.
Sorry, what is Vic doing?
I feel like I'm in Africa talking about
what?
Talking about the safari, like on Animal Planet.
He's saying that.
Notice how the cheetah is stalking his prey. Not yet.
I did feel like Jimmy Butler looked at Lou Dort like that, though.
Not yet. the narrative. But that's the way he did it.
He was so happy talking about Victor Oladipo just taking a basketball.
Yes.
Oh.
Vic just going.
That was some like erotic sounds
like,
from Eric Spoelstra.
it's amazing that he could have 15 fouls a game. He never fouls.
Nope.
Like you just go. Whoop, they got it.
Bring that video up again, JFig, with Spo. Because he's
before
like, this man is.
and he may wait 8 straight minutes before he pounces on a mistake. Vic is just every single possession.
Wow. That dude loves some defense. I mean, he is like.
I think more importantly, I think they're starting to reap the rewards of being patient with Vic. And I think
Yes,
that's the exciting part about this whole process.
You think, let me ask you about this. So there's some trade fodder out there.
All I need to know.
It's not a big.
Who is it?
It's not really a need, but it's still Goosey's.
Who is it?
According to, this is from Adam Barai. He says, according to multiple sources.
Why are you teasing me, dude? Spit
I'm
it
reading
out.
it.
Who cares?
He's giving credits.
Hey, I'm gonna give out, love. I'm gonna give out love. According to multiple sources, the Miami Heat and Dallas Mavericks have had initial conversations on a deal involving Tim Hardaway Jr.
Wing player.
Can hit some threes.
No.
6'6".
Nope. Here's why.
Hmm?
How do we feel about Dallas?
Like,
and we gonna trade?
They've done trades with Dallas, though, strangely. I think Andy Ellisberg must be the one dealing with those, because I feel like Pat Riley would tell Cuban to go to hell.
Okay, so
but here's the thing: you ever just want to do a trade strictly on Goosey's?
No, that doesn't give me
a legend's son who's a very good basketball player.
He's a good basketball player. I'm not even thinking about that.
Oh, I was. That's immediately where I went to.
I'm thinking about what effect he's gonna have on the team.
Mm-hmm.
See what I mean? It's not that he's not better than some of the guys that are doing it, but is he significantly different to where it's going to improve the team that much?
I think this is what I would say. Like, he's been a decent shooter the last few years, playing alongside Luka. I think that this is a place that really enhances. Like, if they think you're a decent shooter, they will really build the confidence into you.
And defense,
maybe a little bit concerned about some of, like, look at the role guys; they're all banged up. Like, I think that's probably what they're thinking. I don't think they're asking that much for him. I don't think so.
They just want to dump that money.
Yeah. I think Goosey's.
No,
you don't want to trade for Goosey's, dude.
It's not that.
I would love to have a Heat legend. He grew up in that gym.
It's not that, though. It's the fact that you just admitted that we don't really need them.
Well, I'm not saying they couldn't use them. I'm just saying, like, I agree with you. Big, something like that is a power forward. If they give a power forward or a backup center that's, reliable, right. Obviously those are, but right. This doesn't mean you can't. I'm pulling the Kim A. Doesn't mean the offseason's over. We got time. You can pay $300 million for anybody, but then we got time. So with the Heat, it's like,
million. In fact, you got rid of somebody who's even close to double digits.
I think I'm just looking at him, just like, maybe you don't need him, but wouldn't it be nice? Tim Hardaway Jr. coming home. Sorry, J-Fig, I ruined your ring light.
I mean, what do you got that thing sitting on? A deck of cards?
A mug.
A mug.
Ooh.
Wait, so she's getting mad at you for
it has worked ever since.
And you're
I've
balancing
seen that
on
here.
a coffee mug.
Yeah. Where else?
You know where we would need all this nonsense? Right over there with those cans.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
You let me know, guys.
Was that what the meeting was about?
Hey,
no.
Whenever we want to get that done, you just tell old Tobes. I'd love to know.
Also, a nice ring light that's somewhere in the middle or
You
something.
wouldn't like it,
I stole that.
Just a giant ring light.
I want one right here. That's way taller than this.
Yeah,
I don't even know whose ring light this is.
I stole that from Power 96.
The ring light.
Well, they have a nicer one now.
The ring light doesn't even I can't tell the difference.
Well, because it fell.
No, I'm still can't
You know what?
Dade South says Leroy has an onion ring light.
Wait a
Point
minute.
for
Wait a minute.
Twitcher.
Here's what's amazing about this.
Hmm?
You, under no circumstances, can tell food jokes.
Why not?
Because every time I'm eating, you eating with me.
That's true.
So
We appreciate you.
Hey, Marcos,
Yeah.
would you make a trade strictly for Goosey's?
Tim Hardaway Jr. Didn't Tim Hardaway Sr. just get elected into the Hall of Fame recently?
Sure did.
Hall of Famer's son?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, take it.
hey, by the way, Jordan's son's available too.
No, he's
Come
busy.
on, dude. Hey, what are we doing? Come on. Now listen, some team's gonna, I don't know how good LeBron's kid's gonna be, but somebody's gonna go draft him to try and get LeBron.
And it's gonna work.
Oh, it's gonna work.
Yep.
Listen, what has he done that hasn't worked? It's kind of one of the things that's
That's
annoying. about him.
annoying. Is that everything you got?
Now he'll have to go through some lulls. He's paying the tax on a lot of things working out for him right now. And even still, they're not completely out of it. It's just a little street.
Have you
clothes.
seen the previews for that movie?
Little street
House
clothes.
Party.
Oh, that's supposed to be at LeBron's house or something like that?
No, I haven't
My
seen that.
favorite was they showed the thing. It said he has a hologram. It says, "Good choice on that decision to go to Cleveland." And the two guys in there looking up, going, "No." So I like, you know what I like? I like the fact that he could do a movie, make fun of himself.
Oh man, is that true? What Schmeathan's saying, J Fig? I gotta always check because
We
he
gotta
is.
check, but he's usually on point with things.
Yeah, for making an account a parody of a reporter, he and telling us all to go to hell. He is pretty spot on with the breaking
That's
news.
how he says hello to me every day now. Good morning, Twitches. Go to hell.
much,
That's
yeah.
every day.
Every once in a while, he'll call you an idiot, but
Listen,
Yeah.
appreciate it.
confirmed. Giannis Antetokounmpo is out tonight. Left knee soreness, and so he will not play on the second night of a back-to-back. I kind of get it from the Bucks.
Yeah, it's okay.
All right.
So no Giannis tonight, but I imagine he'll be there for Saturday. So listen, got to get it done, dude. That was a. We know this. Hey, can we just agree on this?
What?
Whatever the opponent, this game's going to be decided in the last minute
For sure. Even if we're up by 20.
I got to be honest with you. I feel like I've aged 7 years during this Heat season. Every single game comes down to the wire. What are you doing there, dude?
I accidentally opened up something.
You got some TikTok?
No, it
You're on
wasn't
TikTok,
even,
dude?
You know
Leroy,
what?
you're addicted.
Amongst us, he's
Yeah.
the one to be on TikTok
For
the most.
sure.
I'm not on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
Why would I do TikTok?
I don't know, man.
You're doing it right now.
No, I'm not.
Why would you?
You got a reel?
No,
Why
What
would
song
they
are you
do that?
dancing to?
no.